Welcome to Empirical Formula 101. What is the empirical formula?
The empirical formula is the simplest formula for a compound.
How do I calculate the empirical formula of a compound?
First, we are going to learn how to calculate the empirical formula for a binary compound.
First, determine the mass of copper and oxygen. Copper weighs 2.5 grams, and because the final mass of the oxide is 3.13 grams, the mass of copper subtracted from the final mass gives us the mass of oxygen, which is 0.63 grams. Next, you need to determine the moles. Divide the mass of each element by their specific molar mass to determine the moles. The molar ratio of copper and oxygen is 1:1.
Next, we will be learning how to solve the empirical formula for compounds with 3 or more elements. Looking at this example problem, we need to first determine the mass of each element. After, you need to take the given mass, multiply with the moles, and then divide all your answers with the molar mass of that element. Finally, take that answer and divide it by the smallest number you just found. Because of its ratio being 1 to 2 to 2, it is not CaOH2.
What is percent composition? The percent composition of a component in a compound is percentage of a formula mass represented by each element. In this example, you need to first add the molar mass of each element together. Next, take the mass of carbon and divide it by the total mass, then multiply the number you get by 100. This should give you 27.29%. Now we are going to solve the empirical formula from percent composition. Looking at this example problem, you need to first assume that 100 grams of the compound is present. You should then change it to 64.8 grams, 13.62, and 21.58. What is the molecular formula?
Molecular formulas tell you the number of atoms of each of the elements present in one molecule of a specific compound. What is the difference between molecular formula and empirical formula? Molecular formulas tell you how many atoms of each element are in a compound. An empirical formula tells you the simplest or most reduced ratio of elements in a compound.
Real-world application. Finding the empirical formula would be beneficial when identifying an unknown compound. If you had the empirical formula, you would know what elements the compound is composed of and the relative amounts of each. If you know the molecular weight and the empirical formula, then you know the molecular formula.
Created using Powtoon.